Let's go to Deuce in Boston. Deuce, what's up?
Hey, this Deuce BK. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Quick question for you. Not bad. I hear you guys always talk about Belichick, and we all know he's one of the greatest coaches ever. But my concern, being the greatest coach, why hasn't he adapted with other outside of his box trainers? Like Wiggy has played with them. Is there any possibility that Belichick will one day think outside the box and bring somebody else with a different mindset?
Like coaching, you're talking about?
Not coaching, like get an offensive player that's outside of his realm and play with coach the players. Mm-hmm. It seems like it's a debacle with his son. Some of the players that he chose to bring, not players, but like the guy that's the offensive line right now. I forget his name. I can't
Matt
remember
Patricia?
Right now.
Matt Patricia?
Matt Patricia, yeah.
Yeah, well, see.
Yeah, but how come other teams can bring other coaches in and he can't?
Because, no,
he's the greatest coach ever.
He can, but he chooses not to. He chooses to keep it in-house. Mm-hmm. He chooses to hire people, however, that are basically starting on the bottom, and then he wants to see them obviously earn their way climbing the ladder, whether that's family members, and I got no issues with family members. People do it in all walks of life.
It's a trust thing.
Right? It is a trust thing. And then as they climb up the ladder, they move on to other places, and then he goes back to the bottom. You don't really see him poaching coaches from other places that are already established. Not really what he does, because it's like you say, Courtney, the biggest thing is the trust thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to Justin in Maine. Justin, if I can get you on here.
Yep.
Justin, what's up?
Hey, so I don't know if Mac Jones is the answer, but one of the things I wanted to bring up, and I'll hang up after this, but the year that Brady went down, we had Matt Castle, and with a decent offensive line and an offensive coordinator, we went 11-5. So I think Mac needs a second chance. Thanks for taking my call, guys.
Well, you also had Randy Moss and Wes Welker,
mm-hmm.
and we're coming off a 16-0 regular season. So your offense was, it took a hit because you lost Brady, but you still had two guys were elite players. You don't have that. You don't have that on offense.
Do you think if Bill were to change his ways and sign some elite players around Mac Jones, that would change Mac, change the way New England feels about Mac, change Bill and Mac's relationship, Matt and Mac's relationship? Do you think that could do it?
I think what it would do is it would do what you see in Miami. Like, he'd be a better quarterback, but you would still be thinking, is he the answer with all this talent around him?
And on top of that, too, it's like a temporary Band-Aid, right? Because if anything goes wrong after you get that talent, it'll just be 10 times worse than it normally would because of the history that they already have.
But if it goes right, winning solves a lot of problems. Like, if it goes really well, they play well with him, and then, until something goes wrong, everything's going to be fine and dandy.
I would say this, Big Jack. How do you think Miami fans feel right now with Tua?
I think they love him. We just saw that when it comes to the Pro Bowl. He has the most fan votes out of any player across the league. And Miami loves him. Any reporter I hear that works down in that market, there's two great sports reporters that came from New England, are now down in Miami. So they are obsessed with Tua.
Okay, so clearly they're blinded by the fact that they haven't won nothing. So they're cool with a guy who's got him as a 7 seed.
Yeah.
Right.
They love him.
We wouldn't love him up here.
I also think that a lot of people feel that they look back at last season and how Brian Flores, that whole debacle went down, and also the fact that Deshaun Watson, everybody thought that Tua was on his way out. They were bringing Deshaun in, and Tua had to look over his shoulder the entire season.
Right.
Once that was put to bed, Tua was a much better player the second half of the season last year, and now this season, there's been ups and downs, but I do think that Tua, in their minds, is a really good quarterback, and they want to have him there.
I don't think I don't think the people in the front office want Tua there. And I would know if I was a fan of Miami, I'd be like, I wouldn't want Tua.
Yeah, but I think Tua also, like, compared to Max, says all the right things.
Yes.
No. I'm not talking.
He has more of a personality. And stuff like that.
I'm not
That's why the people like him.
Yeah, and I understand that element. So that's probably why he does get a little bit more love from the people. I'm just talking about if you're watching this team and you're a fan of them, and you look at all that talent that they have on that offensive side of the football, you're probably feeling like he should be doing better, or this offense should be better than what they are. But he's limited. Mm-hmm. He's still doing good, but can you imagine if Brady had that offense, or like a Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes has that offense, and it's that first full season of starting where he has 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and he's the runaway
And
MVP.
that's why I don't think Miami is income, and that's why I don't think Miami front office people in Miami, even the coach, are like, okay, Tua's our guy.
Oh, you don't think Mike likes him? Even the
No.
head coach?
No. I'm not saying he don't like him, but I don't think he looks at him and goes, he's our guy
for the long term.
If a better opportunity arose, would they jump at it? They might. Yeah, but like as of right now, Tua is their guy, and they like him. I think that's very clear.
So I would say as of right now, but that's what I mean. If a better opportunity arises, or if it gets to the point you got to pay Tua $35 million,
that's where the questions start to come in.
Right, and that's where I think that they would be like, well, we'd rather pay somebody else $35 million.
Or draft.
And so where is he? Because the last contract he signed was 4 years. Where is he in that?
I think he's got either one more year.
This is to his third year in his contract. So he'll have a fourth year, and then he'll have the fifth-year rookie option because of his first-round pick. Mm-hmm. So they have him under control for 2 more years at the very least. After this. But plus, then you can theoretically franchise tag him if you wanted to.
But most third-year quarterbacks are now starting to go the route of what we saw with Kyler Murray, what we're seeing with obviously Lamar. Yeah, they want an extension, and that's going to be the question. Does he get the extension, and they got to pay him $35 million, or does he go to Baker Mayfield route, and they're like, nah, we're just going to keep holding on to you until you get to the final year of your deal?
Yeah, I think he's way better than Baker Mayfield.
No, but the route the Baker Mayfield went.
Well, I know, but I just think that I think Miami would. I think Miami would extend him.
So you would pay Tua $35 million?
Yeah,
right?
I would. All right, Bill's been on the hold for a long time, so let's get to him before we get to the news. Bill, what's up? Happy Hump Day.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay, I got a quick, first of all, I love the show. Great job. I got a quick Christmas song, Mac Jones. Can I do it?
Yes.
Okay, don't judge the voice. Mac Jones got run over by a Raider trying to make a tackle on his knee. You can say that this guy is our leader, but for all of us, we don't believe. On the clock, there was 3 seconds, and we should just take a knee. But instead, we threw the football to the defense, and they ran and scored with ease. That's all I got.
Bill, unbelievable. Great job, Bill. Getting us into the Christmas spirit.
We needed a little like Christmas. We need the little Rudolph got run over by the reindeer instrumental over that.
Yeah, but not
that
a
was
bad
good,
voice, though.
Well done by Bill.
Yeah, very well
done. Good job
done
by him.
I like the wordplay.
Yeah, he can go to the top of the call list any day.